Hello, everybody. Welcome and welcome back. My name is Monique. I'm on a financial health journey to create an inheritance for the generations to come. I want to do that through consistency and discipline. Today is Wednesday. No, I do not have on my watch, and so it is Wednesday, June the 26th. It's 10:41 a.m. and we're here to do a weekly closeout or budget check-in, and then do a cash unstuffing as well. I'm going to try and get through both of them. I can do it. I'd like to thank everybody who's liked or commented on any of my videos, and especially those that have chosen to subscribe to my channel. Truly started this as a way to hold myself accountable, but I understand, recognize, and appreciate the community as a whole. So if you're rocking with me on this journey, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you haven't made up your mind yet, sit with me for a spell. At the end of this video, if it's content you find valuable or enjoyable, please feel free to subscribe. Myself and my sweets, we're recently married, have a whole bunch of kids, and we want to make sure that we are combining our future, our family, and our finances so that the decisions that we're making now won't negatively impact them in the future. So I want to close out the budget June 21 through June the 27th. Today, is that right? Yes. So no, yes, no, maybe so. What day did I tell y'all today is? The 26th. Okay, we close. All right, so we're going to close out this budget. We're going to do a cash unstuffing for all of the purchases that we did on a credit card over the weekend, especially while we were out of town. So you guys know that we wanted to put on our big girl and big boy panties and start using a credit card to get the reward points, and then reconcile it later, pull the cash and put it in the bank. So this is my first test out of doing that. I've been dabbling in this using just my regular bank debit card. This time we actually did the credit cards, and so we're going to go ahead and see how this works out. And like I already told you, if the kid ends up having to cover any costs as far as interest is concerned, because we're not doing this right, we're going back to what we know, and we'll try and grow up a little bit later. Alrighty, so I am going to be a little quicker on the draw on this one, I think, just because I got a lot that I have to cover. And this week's budget actually isn't that bad. I don't know if how I tracked it because we went out of town will make sense, but we will see. I got all of these. So these are my 0.5 erasable pens, Friction erasable pens that I got. And I'm going to be using this. So usually anything in green is good. Anything in red is bad. So now it's going to be anything in blue is good. Anything in pink is bad, because these are the colors that they gave me. I'm not going to say that I ordered them. I'm going to say that that's what Amazon decided to give me. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. So I had a rollover of $525. And then I actually pulled $100 from my family events sinking fund. And then as I've been reconciling the numbers, I ended up having to pull an additional $160 from other places, or that's part of that cash unstuffing that I will do from some additional sinking funds. So I went ahead and documented that here because I want to include that as far as that source of income or source of where that money is coming from to help these numbers reconcile a little bit better. So that's 525, 100, and 160, and so that's $785. And I'm using more money than I wanted to, so I'm gonna mark here that it's $785, and I'm gonna put that in the pink because I honestly did not want to spend that extra money, but life happens, and this is how things sometimes works out. All right, so that's there, and then let's go here, and you'll notice for your fixed expenses, now these have not cleared yet. So Gas South wasn't even due until the 28th, which is Friday. I will be getting paid on Friday. I'm just not sure if they're going to run that auto draft. Sometimes they do it a day early. Sometimes they do it a day late. So that's why I have it documented here. So I'm not going to mark it off as paid because the amount hasn't cleared out yet. But I do know it's on an auto draft, so I anticipate having that 102 being the exact amount. And then as far as Xerxes is concerned, I'm going to go ahead and mark him as 50 as well. Now that's if he has to get a full groom, and he looking a little fluffy, I will admit. So I have a feeling Lily's going to charge me the full amount. So I'm going to go ahead and document that in there now. He goes on tomorrow, the 27th, and that's when she'll tell me how much it is. I'll write her a check for that. It's one of the few places that I know of that doesn't take debit cards. They prefer either check or cash. And I think it's because of the fees that are charged on it. At any rate, I'll write her a check for that. And so if it's more than this, then on my budget with me for the next paycheck period, you'll see a lesser amount for rollover. Lord, I hope I have some rollover. And then, but if it is less than this $50, then you'll see more listed for the rollover. So we shall see. Either way, $152 is still the amount. So I'm just going to document that here as 152 is still what we're working with on that one. All right, I'm doing this part a little bit different. So my variable expenses, as you know, I'm using any extra money or leftover money that we have and putting it in envelopes in an everyday spending envelope or a binder that I have for all of these variable expenses. So regardless of whether or not I spent that money at a vendor or at a store, or whether or not I use that money in the envelope and put it there for a later date, we still consider it spent, because at the end of the day, it is not in the bank where I can reconcile the numbers and look at my bank increasing or decreasing. This is all money that's gone. So with that said, I've decided now, instead of trying to track the actual amount for each of those, what I'm going to document here on the paper copy is just that that's still spent. So I may have only spent $31 in groceries, but I took that other $9 and it's still in the envelope in my binder, and it's not in the bank. So I'm just going to go ahead and mark all of those down as spent. Whether I went over or I didn't doesn't matter, because I've got envelopes to cover the overage and I got envelopes to put the extra in. So I'm just going to mark this down that it's a total of $280 that we should consider spent. OneDrive did come out. That's the only thing that we have here, and so that is $2. So I will mark that here. So all of these numbers did not come in as expected because I had more. So I got, for my total income, it should say $785. We'll put it on this side over here. All right. And total expenses are still correct though. So that is still minus $434. And so let's see what that is. $785 is still there, minus $434. So now I have $351. And let's put here 351. That's what we are carrying over, $351. All right. Debt, nothing came out, so I was good on that. For my sinking funds, I did not plan anything during this week of June 21 through 27th, but this is information, this is money that I've pulled. So I went through my list of expenses. Here are some of the expenses that I'm going to reconcile, meaning I'm going to take the money out of the envelopes and put them back in the bank so that I can pay off the credit card. And it should be $50 from out of the family binder, $35 out of Corinne's envelope, and $75 out of the date night envelope. Now, if I end up not having this amount of money in each of those, I'm going to pull money from somewhere to reconcile it. So regardless of what, the money is coming from the sinking funds. Regardless, I'm going to have to get $160 from there. But it may not be in these envelopes, just depending on what we have in there. I haven't looked yet. All right, unbudgeted. So my subscription for, let's make sure that you guys are in camera. Let's go over here. Oh, let me write that amount down. So that's 50, 35, and 75 was 160. All right, so we got that in. All right, next. For unbudgeted, so Amazon Prime, they tell you that it's $139 a year, and they did not all the way lie, they just semi-lie. So I deposited $140 into the bank to cover the cost of the auto draft for the yearly subscription. but it ended up being $148.75 or something like that. I'm gonna guess that's taxes. I don't know if it's fees. I'm not sure what it is, but it was $9 off. So there's an additional $9 that was taken out of my bills account because that was not planned. Even though the Amazon Prime payment was planned, this $9 extra dollars was not accounted for in the budget. That's why I went ahead and documented it in pink as an unbudgeted expense. And I will document going forward on my subscription list that the Amazon cost is really closer to $150 versus $140. So I'm going to mark here that that's $9 that I spent. All right. This has got to move out the way. All right. And then for my Monday mini, I did actually just give $50 for that. And that was it. And I had a wonderful time doing my Monday mini. So here go my numbers for this particular week. The total, as far as my income, is $785. I still have a minus $434 as far as my expenses. Debt was still $0. Sinking fund was actually $160. And investments is still $50 for the Monday mini, plus $9 for, so I'm going to mark that in pink, plus the $9 for unbudgeted. So minus $59 there. All right, so let's see where we are at. That's $785 minus $434 minus $160 minus $59 equals, it says $132 should be my rollover. And I am going to mark that down. Let me make sure. 132 should be my rollover for that. And that feels good or better. 132. I don't know if that's true, but we're going to find out. So I should have $132 that's left over that I'm rolling over to next week. All right. Next is my meal plan check-in. So I got back from my vacation actually on Monday. So I did not, my plan was to come back on Tuesday, but I decided to come back a day early to get Xerxes out of boarding. Not that he doesn't have a great time. It's just to save myself a little extra money because he's actually going to have to go back in there again at some point in the month of July. And I wasn't initially anticipating that. And it's $44 every time they have to board him overnight. So I came into to town Monday, and as long as I picked him up Tuesday before 12 o'clock, I did not have to worry about paying an extra boarding charge. So I came back on Monday, and I just did not want fast food. I'll be honest with you guys. So I went to the grocery store, got some soup and some bread. Corinne got a frozen pizza that she put into the oven. So my actual for Monday, where I normally had it as a vacation day, it's actually $17 that I spent at the grocery store for that one. Then I made some nacho dip, and I already had the money for that. I actually made that yesterday, which is Tuesday. And today we're going to just do some stewed tomatoes and sausage and rice because that's in my pantry now. I did, when I went and got the broccoli and cheese soup, I recognized I didn't have the sausage, and I didn't have, I think maybe the rice or something like that. Whatever it is, I just tried to make something quick. So that was an additional $9 for that. And so I have not gone to the grocery store yet. So I don't know how much this is going to cost, but I'm still going to say around $18 for now. So total for 3 days of meals is $44 is what I shall put. All right. And then this was just a cash breakdown, so that's done. And then this is the part where we do our check-in as far as our variable expense binder is concerned, and we'll worry about that later once I do my cash unstuffing. All right, let's move to the cash unstuffing. I'm going to pull this page out. We're going to go ahead and fold this up. Kind of get it over and out of the way. I'll stick it over here on the side so that I can make sure I'm looking at it. I'm going to zoom out. Okay. and then we will go ahead and get started. So let's go to gas. So this is what I've decided to do, because I am having to track everything that I did. And again, I ran into the same issue I did before, where I was a little bit better about which card that I used or swiped, and making sure that I tracked that. Anything dealing with gas or my date night is what I charge under the Discover card, and we will be reconciling that. And then there were some additional purchases that I made under dining and maybe some other stuff, Corinne, the money for Corinne, etc. And that all came out of my Chase account. Now, I did not use my bills account card. Great. Awesome. So I'm only using 2. And I was very specific in what I used Discover for, especially because you get 5% cash back right now on gas and some other things. So we were a little bit more strategic about that. So I am going to pull my calculator over. I'm going to get my money tray out. All right, so we will start with gas. Now, anything that you see already highlighted in green means it was reconciled. It came out of the account it was supposed to come out of, or it was paid for in the way it was supposed to be paid for. It's only the things that aren't highlighted that I have to worry about. All right, so we'll start with gas. So QT, see, I'll put the calculator over here until we're done. QT is $37. Citgo was $23. What else for gas? Right here, Speedway, $27. Circle K, $19. And those are all from gas, equals $106. So I am pulling $106 for gas. Now, some of the gas money was already in the bank, because if you guys remember, I had $80 allocated for gas from my previous cash stuffing. I left $80 in the bank, and I think I showed you guys that, and I'll show it to you really quickly. So where was it? Where was it? Right here. Remember when we did the check-in from before, I told you I was leaving gas in the bank and I was leaving dining in the bank. That's why they have asterisks by them. So I have $80 in the bank already for gas. I have $80 in dining already. $80 in the bank for dining, $80 in the bank for gas. So I came up with just now $106. I'm going to subtract 80, which is already in the bank, and I need to pull $26 for gas. So I'm going to write that down. Gas, I only had to pull $26. And let's go in here and see if we have it. We better. That's 20, 25. Let me get change. And I got to do better on this, because before I don't know what I was doing before with this savings amount back here, but I wasn't doing it right. I know that. So let's go here. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for $5 and put that back. I just needed to get some change. Okay. From my buffer. And I need $1. I'm gonna put the funky dollar back. 1, 2, that leaves $4 in here. So gas has $42, $44, $44 still remaining. All right, let's put that up. That's 20. Oh, sorry, y'all. Shaking the camera. 5 and 6. $26. All right. That's gas. Since we're already in here, let's go to grocery and see if we have anything for that. Oh, let me mark off. Let me do right. Gas is now reconcile. I'm going to put that down there. So I should have $80 already in the same bank account I'm going to use my Chase account to pay these off because that's where the gas money and the dining money is. Dining money. Where both of those are. So that's what I'm going to use to pay the Discover is that account. So I don't have to worry about moving money again. Now let's go to grocery. Since grocery is in here. Grocery, I have $11 at Food Lion. And that's it. Because this grocery right here, 31. Don't know if you guys can see that. Plus 31. What I got from Walmart. This grocery is already taken care of. So that is $42. So I need to get $42 from grocery. 20, 40, 1, 2. 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, $86 still left in grocery. I'm going to need those numbers, and I'm probably going to have to count again because I'm not writing them down. That's going to be a problem. I already know. All right. So I got grocery taken care of. Let's go ahead and mark those off. Now that goes back to Chase, my Chase account, because, but not to Discover. I didn't use my Discover card for groceries. All right, and I think we're good on this page. Yeah, this line shows that I started a new week at that point. All right, next is sinking funds. So remember, I always document in blue any money that I have to use for or pull from the sinking funds. So Longhorn date night, $75. So let's go there. Actually, before I go there, I found one more. I need to get dining for Chase out of this everyday account. I need to get home and pets for this purchase at Walmart as well. So let's go ahead and handle those since we're already in this everyday binder. Dairy Queen, $27 for dining. So I had $80 set aside in dining, and I've already spent that $80. This was on top of that. So $27 out of here. 20, 30. So let me get changed for this 5 from here. Put that 5 in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So I haven't pulled any money from the buffer yet. I've just been using the buffer to make change. That was my problem the last time. I was pulling money from it instead of just using it to make change. Did that work? No, that wasn't smart. That wasn't the problem. The problem was I did it again. So the problem was I should be looking over here for, y'all bear with me. I put that 5 back, the 5 ones back because I don't need that. What I do need to do is get change from, where was I? Here I am. I need to get change from the money over here that I'm pulling. So it was 27. So I'm going to do 30. And I need to get 20, 30. Am I doing this right? I think so. 30. And then I need to get 3 back. 1, 2. Oh, man, I got the credit dollar. Back again. So now food has 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, that didn't work out. All right. So, but I think that's what I was doing wrong before. All right. So that one is marked off. That's $27. And for dining. That's marked off. All right. Now, I need to get another one of these just to keep, because I was supposed to be keeping track. Gas was $26. Groceries was $11. It was $42. Grocery was $42. Dining is $27. Because I should be tracking those to make sure I have the amount that I'm supposed to have after I'm done. All right, next is home. Home was $6 and pet was $6. So I need to pull that from here. So we'll start with home first. Oh, no, we'll start with pet first because I kept on turning. All right, so pet should be $5, $6 from there for Xerxes. So I got that. And then home should have been $6 as well. Oh boy. All right, so for one of the 20s, I'm going to take a 10 and 2 5s for one of the 20s. All right. Let's start there. Then I should get pet for $6. So I have 10. And I'm going to get change for this $5 bill. Is that right? I can just get change for a 5. It doesn't have to be a special one. I'm there. I'm there. I'm there. I'm there. I'm okay now. I'm okay now. I'm okay. I'm okay. It's all good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll put that here. All right. I'm getting better. I'm slow, but I'm getting better. All right. So we have those 5. And here we go. Home. So I need 5 and 6. Put that over to the side. And let's straighten this back up. 20, 40, 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. Still have $59 left here. So home gave me 6 and pets gave me 6. Here is home, 5, 6. Alrighty. Home, 6, pet, 6. All right, got those. And let's mark those off. Alrighty. We have Walmart still had those 2 left. And that's done. Let's check that off. And that is it. Next, all we have to do is get this sinking fund money. And that's the blue. All right. So first, date night. Date night should be $75. Date night is in personal. And let's go to date night. Here we go, right there, right there. Date night has 20, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. So date night only has $70. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark off. This is 6/26. Man, we gotta, because the last time we went, it was Longhorn. We got a problem. We're gonna have to work on that. I need $5 more. I'm gonna go to I Wish and get that other 5. So where is I Wish? Yes, I should have $5 in here. Yep. So take 5 away from that. And let's see what we got left here. That's 20, 40, 45, 50, 51, 52. Should have $52 left. And let's mark that off. So that's 6/26. Date night. Buffer. -5. And that should be 52. Yep. So we're good on that. So that's where I got that from. And let's put that over here. And these are all 5s. All right, let's mark that down. Date night, 75. Let's mark that off. And let's make that green. So we're done. All right, Corinne. It's the extra 5 I had. All right, Corinne is, sorry about that, $35. So $35 for Corinne for the spending she wanted to do, which I don't have a problem with because it's her money. So that's 20. All right, let's take a 20, 10, 15, 20. Put that 20 back. All right. Now we need to find $35. So that's 20, 35. And that should leave her with $55. I should leave her with $55. Alrighty. 626 family trip is all I'll name it. Minus 35. 5, and we borrowed 1 and 55. There you go. That's good on that one. Let's put this away. 5, 20, and 10. All right. Let's mark it off. That one and that one. And let's highlight it so that we know it's taken care of. All right, the last one is putt-putt golf, and I want to take $50 from my family events binder or envelope. All right. Family events that's family vacation. But we were on vacation, so I'm actually going to use family vacation. Actually, and I did not put Corinne on here. So let's add Corinne. Was 35. All right, and then from family vacation, 624 or 626 family trip minus 50, so that should leave 21 in this envelope. And this one is mainly, might be in the bank mainly, so I may have to move some money over from my bank account. We'll see. 60, yeah, this only got one real $7 in it. That's real. All right, so that's 20, 40. What did I say? 50, 60. And I'm going to put 10 fake dollars back in here. Give me 1 second. 20, 40, 60. And I told you I needed 50. So needed 10. All right, there you go. All right, I did not pay attention to the fact that this was mainly online. All right, so I need to move that money over, and this fake money will help me to remember that. All right, so 10, 15, 17, 19, 20, 21. $21 is left. So that is good. All right, mark that off. And highlight that one, and we are done. Those are the things that I had to cover for the unstuffing. Let's mark down that 50 here as well. So, and let's put that money up. And I'm going to remember, I promise, I'm going to remember that it's fake. So I should have just put a regular 10 in there and just take out the 60. Y'all, jeez. This is work, baby. This is work. I could have just done it real time and just made that $10 real money instead of fake money, and pulled it from the amount that it should have come out from for change. I caught myself. Good job, Monique. Good job. All right, so now our total is 50 plus 6 plus 6 plus 27 plus 42 plus 26, 75, and 35. I think I should have $267. Let's do that again. 75, 26, 42, 27, 6, that was 2, so 4, plus 6, 50, 35, $267. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 66, 67, $267. Wow, at the end of the day, I got it right. So it is $267 that's going back to the bank. All right, so I'm going to sit all of this over to the side. Last thing we have to do, wow, this video is so long. The last thing we have to do is record what our everyday binder looks like. And so we'll go back here. And let's talk about what that looks like. So here we go. We have in grocery now, we've got 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 86 dollars remaining. So we had 108 plus 40 minus 86 equals, we spent $62. Okay. And that's what this number is for. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I have a number going here. That's what was in the what was in the envelope before I stuffed it. So I had $108. I added 40 to it, and I have 86 remaining, which means I spent 62. All right, gas. I have 20, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, $44. So 70 plus 80 minus 44 equals $106 on point. So remember I said that I spent about $106 and I subtracted that 80 from it that was already still in the bank, and that's why I only had to reconcile 27. So these numbers are coming out correct. I'm happy about that. All right, home, 20, 40, 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. That's $59 left. All right, so I had 46, I added 20, and I have 59 remaining, which means I spent $7. So I'm off by $1. I think it was $6 that I spent, but maybe that's changed. I'm not sure. Maybe I didn't have the right number to begin with. So I feel like I'm off on a dollar by that one. Dining, food. We have $5, $6, $7, $8 left in food. All right, so it's 8. So I had 39. I added 80. Now I have 8 remaining. So we spent $111 on food, which we were gone on family trip. That makes sense. I'm not mad. Supplements. So, I'm getting ready to get some meds for hubby, and it's going to be $20. I already know how much this one costs. I'm going to go ahead and take that $20 out, okay? And I'm going to say we have $5 left. And so 7 plus 20 minus the 5 we have left equals $22 that was spent. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and mark that off, and I will add that to my expense tracker a little bit later. And then for fur babies, we have $4 left. All right, so I had 10 minus 4. I spent $6 for that one. And then for extra, I should not have had to use any money, so I feel like I should still have $19. I had 9. And I added 10, 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Why do I have $21? Why do I have $21? I don't know what I did. I know the amount of money I got to send back to the bank, $267, is right. That's all I know. That's all I know at this point. I'm giving myself a B+ or A-. All right, so these are the way my numbers are looking at this point. I've got this extra $20 because I know I'm going to have to go online to order his supplements. So I'm going to go ahead and add that here. So it is going to be $287. That's going back to the bank now, and I will document the other expense on the expense tracker just so that I have it. You guys don't have to stay on the phone. Stay on the video with me for that piece. But I will take care of that part myself. All right, I'm getting a little bit better. It's still taking me a while, but I did have a combo on this one. So we did the closeout and we did the cash unstuffing, and that's why the video was so long. Almost caught myself up trying to get this fake money out when I really did not need to do that. So I will have to remember that going forward. I'm always getting my change from my cash tray when I'm unstuffing. I shouldn't have to do anything different from that. I'm learning, y'all. All right, thanks everybody for your time. You guys have a good one.